Today's video is about why walking and increasing your caloric expenditure through walking may be your best solution for long-term weight loss and weight maintenance. So here's why this works. We've got calorie balance. This is the root cause of your body weight. And the balance is always in charge. Calories in, calories out. If these two stay the same and they both go up and down at the same rate, nothing happens. More goes in than goes out, you gain. More goes out than goes in, you lose. Simple math. Now, diet is a big factor a lot of times. We get all these crazy ideas like you can't out-train a bad diet and stuff. There's some truth to this and stuff, but a lot of this stuff is very short term. And by short term, I'm thinking 4 to 6 weeks. The reason is because when you are starting off, if your diet is a mess, getting it more stable, focused on whole foods, consistent meal times, reasonable portion sizes, it's gonna make a big difference. So if your diet's all over the place, by all means, focus on diet right now. Get it taken care of. But you're not gonna spend the next 3 to 5 years working on improving your diet. If anything, long-term results have shown, the research has shown that the people who have lost weight and kept it off, they're not making big changes to their diet. They made changes over the course of a few weeks or a couple of months, and then they just kind of stayed where they're at. They're like, portion sizes are under control, foods are healthy, meal times consistent, done. A long-term change to this shouldn't be happening. They're not changing from one fad diet to the next. The other thing to consider is that homeostasis thing. No matter what your diet ever looks like, homeostasis is going to kick in and prevent you from losing weight on that diet, regardless of what the science behind the nutrients and everything is. All you do when you change your diet, you're effectively saying, hey body, we're in the wilderness, these are the foods we have, find a way to survive off of that. And your body says, well, in order to survive, I need to get back to calorie balance, which means I'm not losing weight anymore. So in the short term, you can lose weight through diet, and by all means, use it if you can. However, long term, it ain't gonna happen. You're gonna stop losing weight on any kind of eating strategy, and that's supposed to happen. That's the healthy reaction. Once that happens, you're done here. No more to be gained there. Make small adjustments just to regulate your health and your energy, but don't look at diet anymore for your weight loss goals. Look over here. Caloric expenditure. Now, a couple things here. Number one, BMR, base metabolic rate, calories you're expending to stay alive. This does change, but it changes so slowly. Scientists measure the rate of change like it's tectonic plates or glacial activity, year by year by year. So it's not going to change anytime in the next couple of weeks, let alone a few months, unless you do something completely radical with your diet or lifestyle. So don't look to that to make any big changes. Thermic effect of food, that's just the calories you're expending to digest and utilize your food here. Again, if that's not changing much, that's not changing much. So our big factor is thermic effect of activity. This can literally change from a few hundred calories a day to a few thousand calories a day. You can modify and tilt this balance, this calorie balance, literally on a day-to-day basis, hell, on an hourly basis, through you just simply moving more. And this is why walking and such can be so powerful, because if you give yourself conditional exercise, like I only increase my caloric expenditure in an aerobics class or using special equipment at the gym, you're essentially putting up barriers that you have to overcome in order to increase your caloric expenditure. But with walking or hiking or just going out for a bike ride, if that's easy for you, there aren't any barriers. You literally just walk out the door, done, you're on your way. And this is why I really believe over the years, the biggest success rate of people who have lost weight and have managed to keep it off, by far and away, the utilization, the exercise that is used by most of them is walking, because you can burn a lot more calories every day, and you can do it every day. That's the thing. It's not something you necessarily need to do a lot of recovery from. I can walk yesterday and today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. It doesn't require a lot of recovery, doesn't require a huge amount of motivation, extra special equipment, special environment. It doesn't really require anything. You just go. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, is it going to be hard enough? Is it intense enough? So what? It doesn't have to be gut-wrenching hard. the only thing that really matters is increasing your caloric activity, and there's only 3 ways to do that. Increase your amount of muscle you're using, time, and intensity. And time and intensity are kind of linked up to each other. If you do something that's really hard and intense, you're not gonna do it as much. So I've come to learn that the most limiting factor by far is time. So if you have something you could do for a longer period of time, a lot of, like walking, this is going to increase substantially, and it's gonna throw that balance out much, much more easily. So let me know if you have questions on this. Till then, be fit, live free.